Hey, Ken Smith here, and you're watching Transforming Lives. Today I was having lunch with a good friend, and while we were sitting there at lunch, it was interesting that two ladies that were sitting at another table, it was obvious that they were ignoring one another. They were sitting there and eating their lunch, and while they were ignoring each other, they were playing on their phones, on Facebook, and looking at different apps that they had, but they were not communicating with each other. Now, I'm going to show you in just a second a clip of that. In fact, let's look at it right now. Okay, so now after watching that clip, you notice that they had no communication with one another. In fact, they might as well have been sitting by themselves. When I was watching that interaction that they were having, or really the lack of interaction, I thought about, what about you and I as Christians, the lack of interaction we have with God? We might feel like we're in the presence of God, but we are being distracted by things of this world. I really believe that with the technology that we have, with children having iPads and cell phones and all the things that we have, that what's happened is that it's really taken our mind and it's gotten us focused in on everything but God, that we have become distracted. I've seen, even as a pastor, people going in churches and taking their video games and playing it while they're in service, and the total lack of respect to being there in God's house. Friends, I want to encourage you to remember that you are in the presence of God, and not to be distracted by the things of this world. It's a good thing to turn the television off. It is a good thing to turn the radio off. It's a good thing to get off your iPad or to get off of your cell phone and to log off of Facebook for a while and get away from that and actually enjoy being in the presence of the Almighty. People say, well, Ken, the Lord just isn't speaking like He used to. And that I would have to disagree with. I believe that God is speaking clearly, but the problem is that we are ignoring the voice of the Lord. In fact, we are distracted by everything in this world, and we're ignoring the voice of the Master. So this week, here's the challenge. The challenge is to think about what is consuming your life that's causing you to be distracted from God and spending time in the fellowship with Him. And whatever that is, take that and put it to the side and move forward. Take it and put it aside and say to the Lord, Lord, forgive me for being distracted by this. Now, Lord, I want to spend time in fellowship with you. I want to spend time in the presence of your greatness and your love. So, friends, take that challenge. Think about what is distracting you from being in the presence of the Lord. Put it to the side and spend some more time with God, and don't be so distracted. Ken Smith here, and you've been watching Transforming Lives.